What's going on, world? I just want to say thank you, Jesus, for waking us up this morning, man. And I'm in the book of Judges, the 6th chapter. So Gideon is brought up on the scene because the Lord is going to call somebody to save Israel. So the angel Lord pull up, who is Jesus, say, hey, man, the Lord is with you. And, you know, Gideon, just like us, well, if the Lord is with us, why I'm going through what I'm going through? Where's all the wonders that my father told me about how you brought us up out to Egypt, huh? Because ain't nothing went on in my life. That's how I get in talking to the Lord like we talk to him every day, but we do it on social media, not directly. The Lord said, hey, I want you to go in strength and take over and save Israel. So he said, well, if this is the angel Lord I'm talking to, I want you to stay right there and allow me to go prepare you a meal. He go prepare a meal. The Lord tell him, go pour all that on a rock. The Lord take his staff because he's a shepherd now. Jesus is showing that he's a shepherd all in the Old Testament. He take the staff and put it on that rock and it light up in a fire. And then Jesus vanished. They get it realized, Lord, I really was talking to the angel of the Lord. So then he started saying, oh, Lord, I done seen the face of God. I'm going to die. Surely I'm going to die. Then Jesus do what he always do when we in a situation. He comes right back to Gideon. He said, hey, don't you worry. You will not die. And then Gideon said, hey, well, I'll do what you want me to do, but I need you to do one more thing. If this is real, said, if you real, I want you to take this wool that I'm going to lay on the ground tonight. I want you to drench the wool in water, and I want the ground to be dry when I get up in the morning. He get up in the morning. He pick up the wool full of water. He pour all the water out of it. But he said, Lord, I'm so sorry to bother you one more time, but if you are really there with me and you want Israel to be saved by my hand, I got one more thing for you to do. When I wake up this morning, I want the ground to be wet and I want the wood to be completely dry. He woke up the next morning and it was just as he asked. And he said, okay, Lord. So now I got to give a testimony right here. See, people say the Bible is written by man, but it's inspired by God. And when I read that word, I keep reading my life over and over again in that Bible. Because I'm a very quiet and secretive person. I don't tell everybody what I'm going through because I got a direct relationship with the Lord. If you get on social media, you say you want somebody to pray for you, that's fine too. You get what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But a few months ago, I got a call that my daddy had got a little weak, you know, where he almost about to faint, tried to go get him some cigarettes and coffee early in the morning before he get ready to go to work. So, you know, hey, we get him to the hospital. They running tests. Of course, he trying to be a mighty man. Ain't nothing wrong. He gonna be all right. Woo, woo, woo. They run the test, say we need to check, make sure ain't no bleed on your brain. We need to check your lungs. We gonna open you all the way up because, you know, as men, we don't really go to the doctor until something's wrong. So I'm reassuring my mother and my father that, hey, everything is all right because every time something has been going on since 2020 where God has been strengthening my faith, somehow I be on a fast. And at the time, I was on a 10, 11-day fast where I was only eating one meal a day. And day 2 get up, I'm listening to my music, I'm praising God. I say, God, I know that you're real. I said, but I want you to show me that you're real. When the doctors come back in that room where my father and my mother is, I want you to tell them that I don't know what's wrong with him because all the tests have come back positive. We don't know why he's here. I said that prayer, talking to God, and I believed in that. 4 hours later, my mother called me with so much excitement in her voice. I said, hey, Mom, what's going on? I said, you sure is excited? She said, yeah. The doctor just came here. They said, they don't know why Jeff is here. And I just started laughing. I wasn't going to mess up the moment and say, hey, I just told God, but then God like, nah, you got to go and let her know so you can strengthen her faith. And I had went on and told her that I had asked God, I know that you're real, but if you are real, just like Gideon did, hey, show me this. And Jesus showed me that. See, people only think that I believe in God because of religion. But see, I believe in Jesus Christ because of experience and not religion. Because Lord have mercy, he just been so good to me, man. But I'm finna start opening up the book of Kelsey. And I'm finna start giving these testimonies. But y'all have a blessed day, man. I was just reading the book of Judges, and it made me think about what my Gideon moment was when I had the nerve to question God and ask him to show this to prove that he is real. Lord have mercy. Y'all hold it down.